how do I get to the place where I can essentially sell without selling? Like, I don't want to overtly sell. I just want people to buy. There is a way, right? You have to be very strategic in how you build your business. It's something that I do quite often, in fact. So if you want to know what it takes to sell without selling, you're in luck because we're going to get into it right now. Hey, CourtneyLSanders here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to me, I'm a full-time online life and business coach as well as wife and mom. I wear all the hats and do all the things. But one thing that I know many aspiring coaches, but even just online entrepreneurs in general struggle with is selling. No one wants to sell. Everyone wants to make money, like they want to sell their stuff, but no one wants to be the one to say, hey, do you want to buy my thing? I don't know what about that inspires fears. I think people have a misconception around what sales is. They feel like they're going to be a used car salesman, and so they're like, I don't want to sell, it just feels sleazy and all of those things. So none of those things are the case. In fact, sales can be really amazing and really helpful if it's done right and you do it for the person's best interest in mind versus your own. But if you're just like, how do I get to the place where I can essentially sell without selling? Like, I don't want to overtly sell, I just want people to buy. There is a way, right? You have to be very strategic in how you build your business, but it's something that I do quite often, in fact. So if you want to know what it takes to sell without selling, you're in luck because we're going to get into it right now. All right, so when it comes to selling without selling, there's one key piece that you need to understand. And in fact, I actually touched on this when I was doing a lot of content sharing about how I made the shift from 6 to 7 figures. So last year in 2022 was my first 7-figure year, and I actually did an Instagram post that was very popular. Not that it went viral, but like on my page, a lot of my people in my community were very into this post. They were asking me a lot of questions, and I shared 5 things that I did that helped me shift from 6 figures to 7 figures. But one piece in particular was very important, and it really speaks to this concept of being able to sell without selling. And that is the concept of embodiment. And I know if that sounds like weird or woo-woo, stick with me. I'm gonna get into it. But essentially on that Instagram post, I said that when I was just 6 figures, not that that's bad, but when I was doing 6 figures in my business, I was like, hey, you know, I know this, or I can help you with this, you know, do you want to buy it? But what really helped me shift into 7 figures was saying, I am this, right? Do you want to pay to work with me so that you can be this too? Again, embodiment versus knowing something or just teaching people a skill set. And so I really wanted to do this video and talk about this more in depth, not just from a standpoint of it's essentially how you sell without selling, but I feel like this is going to be so important as we go on, you know, in the future as the coaching industry grows. Even when we think about things like AI and the replacements, the robots are coming, you know, what is it going to do to the coaching industry? I think we're going to find that a lot of people who are hanging their hats strictly on skill sets like, I know how to do something, and so I can help you do it, or I can do it for you, or I can teach you. It's kind of a race to the bottom because you're competing with other coaches and you're competing with like computers now, robots, who maybe can have or can mimic that same skill set. And so you're selling because you're essentially trying to convince your buyer, convince your prospect why they should work with you versus the robot AI, or why they should work with you versus another coach, because the emphasis is not on what you are, but it's on what you have. And they're asking, well, can I have that thing via another method? Like, do I have to go to you to get it? Or can I go to another coach? Or maybe I can go to AI. Again, it's focused on the commodity. And so you kind of commoditize yourself. And a hint, I actually talk about this in detail in my Nail Your Niche Challenge. My Nail Your Niche Challenge is something that I've been doing, but I'm not gonna be doing it forever. In fact, we're working on sunsetting the Nail Your Niche Challenge, even though it's been extraordinarily successful, but I really love doing it because it helps you nail your niche. So it is a free 5-day challenge where I work with you live to help you nail your niche so that you can go all in your coaching business. So if you wanna learn more about that, you should definitely sign up. If you click the link below and it says that we have one coming up, you should sign up. If you click the link below and it says that it's closed, you missed it, or it says, you know, that we're charging for it, because we should be charging for it, you should still pay money to join because it's gonna be that good. But as I am recording this, it is free, so you can click the link below. But in that challenge, I talk about this concept of commoditization that a lot of coaches do on accident. And so I say this because a lot of people really struggle with sales and they feel like they have to be very salesy because they're in convince mode. And you are in convince mode when you are only talking about the commodity of what you offer. Oh, I can help you do this thing. I have this skill set. You know, it's like, what is external to you that you are essentially selling to someone? Yeah, that's very salesy. People are not looking at you, they're looking at the thing that you have in your hand. hand that you are offering, and they're saying, can I get that thing from a different coach or a different entrepreneur, or can I even get that thing from AI? And so for me, shifting from 6 to 7 figures, things just really blew up for me, honestly, because I found that I had to sell less when I stepped into this concept of embodiment, right? So instead of saying like, okay, I know this thing, I can help you do this thing, do you want to buy it? Shifting into embodiment of I am this thing. Do you essentially want to come into my world, invest to come into my world so that you can become this thing too? I found that I didn't have to sell, I just had to show up, right? And I didn't have to convince, I just simply had to convey. And so this is so powerful. Not enough people do it. Not enough people talk about it. It's something that I talk about very, very in depth in my program, The Package. Like, oh, I love The Package. Like, you should totally check out the trailer for The Package. We'll link it here where you can check it out. But this is a very in-depth program that I did, put my heart and soul into it. And I talk about this concept in depth around how a lot of people are struggling to sell packages to convince people, buy my coaching package, buy my thing, when really they need to become the package. And so that program, The Package, teaches you not only how to come up with packages, coaching packages that will sell, but essentially how to be the package that sells. And I think that is what really tipped me over the edge and helped me get into the 7-figure realm after spending my entire career doing 6 figures and multi-6 figures, is I really focused, 1, on my branding, but 2, conveying my value, conveying who I am, and then showing up in the world. And that attracted people. And they're like, wow, it's not just that she knows this thing or that she can help me do this thing, but it is that she is this thing. And I want to be that too. And so I want to get in her world and I want to get in her space to see how I can become that. I find that this is something that people don't focus on really because they want to avoid it, right? And so I talk a lot about certifications on this channel. In fact, the video that like blew up for me back in 2020 was a video that I did on how to build a 6-figure coaching business without a certification, because that's what I've done. In fact, I've built a 7-figure coaching business without a certification, even though, full disclosure, I am getting my certification now because I'm looking to have my program certified. So I'm going through the process to become an ICF certified coach. And then after I'm done, we'll submit my program to have that certified as well. So, I'm going through that process. But part of the reason why I talk a lot about certifications, not that I have anything against them, obviously I'm getting a certification myself and then I'm going to be offering one. But the reason I talk about certifications a lot is because people will try to get certifications to circumvent this very process that I'm talking about. They don't think of it consciously, but on a subconscious level, they're like, man, if I could just get this certification and it teaches me how to coach and I now have the skill, I should just be able to sell the skill, and people who want the skill should just buy it, and then everything should be great. And they don't spend any of the time really developing who they are and thinking about who are you as a person? What is it that you embody that is also attractive to people? And then people want to be a part of that. So again, it's not just enough to be good at something. It's about who are you, and what are you, right? And do other people want to be that as well? And is that attractive to them? And do you have an entire brand that conveys everything that you are, and then you kind of magnetize them to you? So really, if you want to sell without selling, you're going to have to do the hard work of becoming a type of person that people also want to become. And understand that this isn't about having expensive like homes or cars or dressing a certain way. Again, it's down to your character. I talk a lot about your essence. I talk about that both in the package and also my signature program, the Next Big Name Bootcamp. So I got all the things, right? If you really are interested in this topic, you should sign up for something, right, that I'm offering, if that's something that you're interested in. But I talk about it because I really desire for people to become more extraordinary people, not just, successful entrepreneurs. And I think so often in the entrepreneurial space, we can get so locked in on what do I need to do to make money? What do I need to do to sell? That we forget that if you actually spend the time focusing on yourself, especially as an online business, an online personal brand, an online coach, and you focus on becoming a person that, is something that people want to be, becoming a person that is inspiring, becoming a person that is motivational, people will flock to that because it's not just what you have that they want or what you can do that they also want to do also, but it's also who you are, right? One of my coaches used to say, it's who you be, and right? Yes, it's grammatically incorrect, but based on who you are, people will be attracted to that, and you will find that you won't have to sell. You can just simply show up and be yourself and convey everything that you are, and people are like, ooh, yes, I ultimately want to be that too. And so this is why I'm going to work with this coach, because she gets me or he gets me and they get where I'm going, right? You will find that it's a lot easier to sell. You, in fact, don't have to sell. All you have to do is just show up, right? And convey instead of trying to sell and convince. And then you'll find that you have people really wanting to buy from you. So, you know, I know that's a bit of a heady topic. Again, that's why I have a whole program on it where I go on it in detail. But if you want to be the type of person that can sell without selling, essentially you don't just want to create coaching packages, you want to be the coaching package that sells. And I definitely invite you to check out my program, The Package, and you can learn more about that by clicking the link below. So I hope this video was helpful for you. If it was, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you can't wait for my next video, make sure that you are subscribed to my podcast, The Courtney Sanders Show, on both iTunes and Spotify. And if you can't wait for my next podcast episode or my next YouTube video, make sure that you are following me on Instagram, CourtneyLSanders. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.